So one thing that a lot of people forgets to maintain are windshield wipers, and what that can cause is the annoying windshield wiper chatter, or just your typical windshield wiper squeaking. And sometimes replacing the blade is not the answer, especially for the chatter. Replacing the blade will most likely not stop that annoying skipping noise because it's not the blade, it's not the wiper itself, it's the arm. So in this video, I'll show you what you can do to stop that chatter, and if that's not the problem, then we can probably stop the squeak altogether. And if it is your wiper blade that is damaged or something wrong with it, I'll also tell you which wiper blades that they don't sell in service stations because it just lasts way too long. So what you want to do is you want to clean the windshield with some glass cleaner, and then go ahead and clean the blade themselves with some soapy water. Or you can use a glass cleaner, or you can use vinegar. It is quite dirty. One place where you want to pay special attention to is where the wiper blade sits, because all that dirt and grime is going to eventually damage the wiper blade, because as you're driving, all of the vibration of the vehicle, it actually causes damage to that rubber just by sitting there amongst the grime, amongst the little rocks. It will pit the rubber of the blade and damage it. Here I just have some eyeglass cleaner, so it's rubbing alcohol, and as you can see, this is probably going to be quite dirty. All right, so now that the windshield and the wiper blade is all nice and clean, it could happen that that was the problem, that it was just dirty, and that was the cause of the squeaking, because a lot of the times people will never ever clean the blade themselves. They'll pass through a car wash, they'll sometimes clean the windshield, but they'll just lift the blades and clean the windshield and never actually clean the rubber blade themselves. So that's one thing that you should do. And also something that will keep the blade lasting a lot longer is adding a rubber protectant. What you can use for that, vinyl and rubber care. I just use the same stuff that I use in the vehicle to clean the dash and to keep it from cracking, because your wipers are going to sit in the sun all day long, and that rubber is going to become sun damaged. What's going to happen? It's going to get stiff and it's going to crack, and then it's just not going to work that well. And as you can see, there's still some dirt on the wiper. So this is one thing that you should do after you have your windshield wiper all nice and clean. Add some protectant on the wiper. Now that the windshield is all clean, wiper blades are clean and also protected from the elements, the windshield could also use some protecting with the use of Rain-X. And no, this video is not sponsored by Rain-X. It's just something that I use because it works very good. What it does is that it makes it so the windshield doesn't accumulate any water. It just beads right off. It's cheap and effective. And one thing that it also does, it keeps the windshield from being too sticky. It leaves it so the wipers glides over the windshield freely, and that will keep it from also squeaking and skipping. So that's one thing that you can do. And while you're doing all of this, while you're cleaning it, it's good to also inspect your wipers for damage. Now, where it can get damaged is the blade itself. Also, the wiper can be damaged, but look at the blade. See if there's any pitting or if there's any sun damage. If there's any sun damage, you'll notice, because it's not going to be as rubbery. It's going to be a lot stiffer, and that can cause it to definitely squeak onto your windshield. If you are going to have to replace the wiper blade, I have two choices for you to, and let's go back to Rain-X, all right? Because if you look online everywhere, a lot of people recommend the Rain-X Latitude, and it's a good, cheap wiper blade. The one thing, though, is that you can find that one anywhere at your service stations. That is a pretty common wiper blade. The one that I would recommend, however, is a little bit more expensive. It's the Rain-X Silicone. The reason why I say that is, and you don't have to go with Rain-X, because just go with a silicone wiper blade. The reason for that is most wiper blades out there, they're just called synthetic rubber. And What synthetic rubber will not do is it will not last very long. A silicone wiper blade will last not just twice as long, but can last up to 10 times longer for years onto your windshield. That's the reason why a lot of service stations do not sell the Rain-X silicone. They'll just sell the Rain-X Latitude. Yes, the Rain-X silicone is maybe double the price or close to double, maybe $10 more a blade, but it just doesn't last twice as long. It lasts a lot longer. So that goes to show why they don't sell them at your local stores, because you won't be buying them very often and they won't make as much profit. So think of that. Just go on Amazon or go online and buy what you need, something that will last many, many, many years, and you won't have to worry about it. And I'll have links in the description below of everything I talk about in this video that you can use to protect your windshield and your wipers and new wipers. So now if your wiper blade is not really squeaking, but more skipping up the windshield and down the windshield, or usually just skips one direction, the reason for that most of the time is, well, a lot of people will just tell you, replace the wiper blade and you'll be fine. 95% of the time, that's not the reason why. The reason why is not because of the blade itself. It's because of the arm of the wiper. The arm of the wiper could be a little bent either up or down. What that will cause, it'll cause the wiper blade to not be straight, to not go straight down onto the windshield. If you lift this up and you see that the blade is either bent or facing downward or upward, and that's how it goes onto the windshield, that will make it catch all the way up. So if it is bent up, as it goes up the windshield, it's going to skip, causing this. And if it's bent down, it's going to glide up, no problem, but then when it comes down, it's going to skip from right here to down here, grab from one end to the other. And this one, it doesn't work too well because here it's quite wide. So what you'd want to do, what I'd want to do is grab it down here and up here and bend it just a little bit either way. What you can use so you don't actually damage the arm, because if the arm gets damaged because of you watching this video, then you'll just be pissed off at me. That's not good. So just put a piece of cloth there that hopefully won't rip, and then you can place this pair of pliers I want to pull towards me, and the wrench I want to push away from me to bend it just a little bit upwards, or just go the opposite way on both pairs of pliers and bend it downwards. And that's hopefully going to fix the chattering of the windshield wiper. But thing is don't bend it too much. Just a few millimeters up or a few millimeters down, and that should be enough. And if it's too much, just bend it back just a little bit. Try it and see if it still chatters up or down. That will hopefully fix the problem and will save you from buying a new blade. So basically, by following what I just did in this video, that should eliminate 99% of your squeaking or windshield wiper chattering. Now, there's many, many more hacks out there that you can use, but really, this is what you should do. Keep your windshield clean, keep your wipers clean, add some protectant on both. That will extend the life, and also get some silicone wipers. No more squeaks, hopefully no more road rage, and you should get home safe. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you have any comments, comment section below. And if the windshield is not the problem and you'd like to kind of not spend too much on your vehicle because you just spent money on your windshield wipers and you want your vehicle to be a little bit quieter, watch this video. How to soundproof your vehicle for $20. Yes, there is something that you can do to make your vehicle a lot less noisy for just a little bit of money, and it won't take too long to do. So go watch that video. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time.